Hey, what's up guys, Shattuck here, and welcome to another episode of The Binding of Isaac Repentance. As I said in the last episode, I will be branching out to new characters, and hopefully getting just as overpowered runs as last time. So, I wanted to branch out. I will be starting a new run today as Magdalene. The item room at the back. This scatter bombs, which one thing it's really good for is the 5 free bombs you get off the start. So Magdalene starts with more HP than Isaac, but other than that, stats are basically the same except for speed, which is slightly slower at 0.85. Since Magdalene starts with more HP, I will probably be going Devil Deals. But just in case, because it is still possible that I just don't get any soul hearts and then I'm not able to go for Devil Deals. I take too much damage. I have had a couple runs where, first of all, on the second floor I missed a 100% deal with the devil somehow. This is very dangerous with this slow movement speed. I somehow missed 100% deal with the devil and then proceeded to not get a single deal with the devil past that. So I had to do a complete run without any help from special deals. There's a soul heart there. I will actually be leaving it there since it is only one soul heart. And also based on past performance in the basement with my stupid damage. Last run looked pretty bad until we got Sacred Heart, and then it was secured win after we got okay, that was damage, and that is exactly why I did not take let's recharge my weapons again. So you double charge that time. Hopefully. I don't really want to have to use my last bomb for this guy, because I could just, those things rock on the next floor. It would give me better stuff than just taking out a boss faster. I was very close to how to take damage. I get Tropic Mind, which is just literally just tier size and range. Tier size does not affect your damage like how in last run. The tiers were pretty vague because I had Sacred Heart giving me bigger tiers because more damage. And then in this episode, I do have the Isaac Wiki pulled up, so if there's any item, majority of stuff from Repentance, or majority of stuff that I won't know is going to be from Repentance. I know the majority of the items after Plus and earlier. This is Pride is being very annoying here, just spawning a ton of bombs. I rarely ever get hit by the bombs that Pride spawns. Which is annoying because
health up.
Just annoying because it blocks my tears for a little bit and also causes me to move around. We did get a health up, but then we also got a Hematemistus, which took away all my health, and there's a Tinted Rock too. So I'm hoping I get an item from it, not item. Hoping I get an item from when I got the golden chest, but I was hoping I get soul hearts to help protect the steel attack. Well, with the Empress card, I shouldn't take too much damage on this boss. Hopefully. So I'm just kind of making my way there. This one looks powerful because of all the... how big my tears are. That was Spin to Win, which is certainly an item. It gives you your movement speed up while you're spinning it, but all it does is make all your orbital spin faster. I'd rather have the regen, which I forgot to mention, that Yum Heart heals a heart every time you use it. You get Butterbean for probably like 50 boots or something. Human Nemesis bill is already nullified. Since then. And Human Nemesis can't kill you, but it can kind of detriment your run if you are playing on all red hearts, because it will literally empty your red hearts to 1, and then only drop like 2 red hearts for you on the ground. Might take damage in this room, just because these guys are kind of difficult. Sniped him from this angle. I was kind of scared to go into this room, but it is just a couple of flies, so it's pretty easy to take down. More red hearts. Would like a bomb to be able to get that stone chest over there, but just got damage. Again, literally the only downside of Maggie is explosions. I actually kind of like the increased health. Especially for newer players, Maggie seems like a pretty good character to play unless you can't learn to dodge from low speed. My thing with Maggie is just get out of the way faster. Get rid of Joker card would be really nice for a floor that I miss the deal with the devil on. Because as long as I don't take too much damage here, which it is Larry, so it shouldn't be horrible. This is the worst configuration for Larry, though. Just because there's so much happening. Once there is another kick drop in the middle. You saw there with this Empress card, it's pretty easy because you can just take a couple shots and use that right down. I'm gonna get Void Ray, which is a much needed speed upgrade. Come back to that because I don't want to accidentally leave the floor. Well, I did say I would go for Deal the Devil, but those items are both kind of bad. So I'll go back out here for my Joker card. With a slightly higher movement speed, I will go try and run as fast as I can back to the shop and hope for a bomb. And then with my 5 cents, Pogo bombs, which just technically could be a bomb, but it's not. Could go Curse Room, but I don't really feel like losing the soul heart here. And remember to grab that soul heart. On this floor right here. And the other devil is still open. Not gonna be taking anything from it though. I'll be heading on down to the next floor. So, just kind of like last run, I don't really have much in terms of DPS. And again, we get a mini boss, so this gives me a secret room for free. And I will be saving this Joker card unless I do get another health upgrade. The thing is, if you use a Joker card, it's almost guaranteed to put you to the devil deal. Yeah, Bob's on head, but I think at this point is probably better, especially with its base DPS. It's probably better to have something that can help with bosses. Even more keys. Keys have really not been a problem on this one. It's like bombs. Completely missed with that. But the poison is going to take those two out. This guy should be going down, yeah. This key, but again, we'll not be going into the curse room. The reason is I kind of want to get more health before taking the devil, because chances are it won't increase it my DPS won't be increased that much. But I deal with the devil unless, of course, it's Brimstone. But even then, base damage Brimstone is not that great. So it would have to be like Pentagram and Brimstone for it to really be spicy. But I'm probably gonna end up just using this Joker card before anyway. This stream is annoying with these stats. After quite possibly the most annoying, painstakingly long room, with if I have base stats in. Finally get to move on. There's any hopes of going really fast in this one, and kinda diminishing this course I would get. Way stronger than I am now, which I kinda hope, again, something like last time would happen where like right through the beginning being pretty weak, and then I get something that really help me out later on. I might actually just try to do nice. Plus all the flies that I spawned. Pretty nice. This is a hard decision here because soy milk gives you an extremely high tears up. So you're basically a Gatling gun. But then it also makes your damage horrible. So I'm passing up on it because so far the theme of this run has been not much damage upgrade. And not really feeling going for that to have like around 1 damage. God, I had scatter bombs. Did not mean to blow the machine up that much, but it's fine because I did once. Lumps box. Poison tears is fine. High priceless is good because it'll be a pretty fast dunk on the boss here. If I manage to make it to the depths with still having the space stats here, we're gonna be in big trouble. start getting some DPS upgrades by these things. You need some sort of damage. You can't be worried that people hold game with base stats, but you'd have to be, first of all, really good at dodging to not get hit by all the attacks you have to endure through. And then also, just patient. Patient. Bastion Cap is a horrible item. Fallen here. You were very nice last time. Let's see if we can do it again. Fallen, be nice. Drop something good. Guppy's tail, I mean, it's not amazing, and we do miss the deal with the devil, so I will go back and grab, first of all, the Eternal Heart. I want to make sure I get that, because I need more health. And then also, the Joker card, and I'll go ahead and pop it. Yeah. Joker, and a Brimstone, and another Guppy item. Luck down, experimental pill, HP up, speed down. I mean, I'm basically at base stats, so the more HP the better. And I did say base damage Brimstone is not amazing, but it's obviously better than straight up base stats. So, if you think Brimstone runs are boring, I'm sorry, but I kinda like need Brimstone to be able to get this one going. But at least this one isn't as boring as the last one for some people. And some people think, oh, the more overpowered a run is, the more boring it is. Now, pretty much all I need is just a couple of damage ups. To be able to get this one really going. Like, whenever you aren't even one-shotting Loben with Brimstone, you know, it's just pretty bad. And also, of course, Tears Ray is pretty bad, too. The Rain of Poison Brimstone is pretty nice. Get Mom's Toenail, which is exactly not what it does. Oh, yeah, that is a horrible trinket. Don't make Mom randomly step on you. Or step somewhere in the room, I think. But, first of all, it deals damage to you. It's probably a better trinket. But yeah, Lockpick plus Guppy's Tail is amazing. Because the thing is, with Guppy's Tail, it will, majority of the time, swap. If there's going to be a key drop, it'll turn into a chest drop a lot of the time. And a lot of the time, those chests are golden chests. And Lockpick allows you to unlock all golden chests for free. Hidden Beam, which is basically useless. Get 2 spades. Just gonna go ahead and use now. Obviously, I could have waited and maximized the potential of that, but I'm really hoping for this boss is either more HP and then something good in the deal with the devil, or just straight up damage and not a deal with the devil right now. So now that I do have 13 cents, I will actually go back and check in the shop. The other mushroom. Damn it. I could take Hive Mind, but I don't really see a point right now since I don't have any sort of generation of flies or spiders. So instead, I'll give back to the Nunish machine after I accidentally took a lot more than I wanted to take from it. Pretty fly. Especially just a little orbital. I will sometimes block shots if something comes into it. I'm not used to having this low charge rate brimstone, so I'm shooting a lot faster than I really should. I'm trying to release faster than I'm capable of. Okay, go to Junior again. Hopefully it'll be just as easy as last time, but it'll probably be a little lot. Much more. Okay, well, I'd like to be able to still keep this deal with the devil. Like, I don't really want to get it, but I want to keep the chance. So next floor, if I miss it, yeah, there was nothing I could do there with my low movement speed. Still a 0.5% chance to deal with the devil. Oh, really? I didn't get the 0.5% chance to deal with the devil? Man, my luck is so bad. So, I mean, as long as I don't take damage on this floor, I have guaranteed deal with the devil, and I almost took damage on literally the very first attack of this floor. I'm gonna keep on popping these just in case I get something good. Empress will be very nice for this boss fight here. I forgot. Scatter bombs, exactly why I don't like scatter bombs. Pretty good grief right here, which is whatever. Kinda wish I still had the chance to be able to get angel deals. So I could get Sacred Heart again. But I should hopefully be able to complete this run. With like really all I need is just some damage gain. Like maybe a little bit of tears up, but besides I really do not need much. It's just damage. Little worm, which is kind of pointless, but I mean it makes your grim look different. Like I also just got rainbow worm from Xbox, which gives you a random worm effect every time you shoot. You get pause, which is a decent active item, but I guess I could just I should still take this because there is one trinket that I'd rather have. I probably won't get it. Also, another benefit of having Mom's Box is it doubles the effect of whatever trinket you have. But obviously you can't get the double being able to unlock everything. Get Reap Creep, which is a pretty difficult boss, but hopefully with the Empress card here, like having almost 6 damage from Stone should hopefully make it a little bit easier. I'm kind of weird that I have 2 sets of horns. I have Empress horns and I also have Grim horns. So you already got your creep down to its 2nd phase, which can actually sometimes be the hardest phase, because the 3rd phase could be the hardest if you haven't learned how to telegraph it. But as long as you can listen to 3rd phase is easy. Again, I mean, low movement speed is kind of difficult. I mean, if you heard that sound, that means he's about to shoot. Like the 2 diagonal sides. And the other one, again, emergency contact, which is decent. Yeah, but the other sound that he was making, that was to signify that he was going to shoot Grim straight forward. So we'll go ahead and full clear for the shop. And I could also just go ahead and go into the curse rooms because there's plenty of red health extra on the ground. Happy I did. Hair cloth, and I can also just I could get out of here for free, or I could say goodbye to emergency contacts. Take this for those four. So go out of this, right yeah, this damage really needs to be remedied soon. The useless. Oh, here I have some shot speed on Brimstone. Literally the most useless stat in Brimstone. That range. Which, of course, are the most, like, 2 common stats. It's kind of a shame that on one of the best items in the game, a lot of the stats you're going to be getting are the most common ones. Which are completely useless for Brimstone. And that trinket's also completely useless because it randomly lets you shoot a piercing tier, but of course Brimstone is entirely piercing by default. We're just cycling through all the trinkets, and I'm probably just hoping for one specific trinket. I will probably be using this stars card next floor to save myself a key. Guppy's Tail, your key stock shouldn't be as good as I have right now. I don't really care about taking damage right now because there's a ton of red hearts in the ground. Do that this floor. Get the belt, which is much needed speed up. It's actually a pretty dangerous room. Base game with Brimstone versus the double monster. So kind of have to fight through it if I want to be able to get my shot. Next time one of them super jumps. Yeah, that was a pretty big bomb. It did. Took out the majority of one of them and then almost killed the other two. I do get an extra black card and a world card, which... The world card could be good, but... I don't think this does anything with Brimstone. Of course not. Curate card, kind of useless. I'll come back up here, take my stars card, and I'll leave the rest of this floor as is. I need to go back for a mouse box. I was left with the useless thing. Yeah. I will be kicking myself if there is something amazing in the final shop, but with my luck, it'll probably just end up being a greed or super greed fight. So finally, at 30 minutes in, well, 26 minutes into actual in-game time, we'll finally be moving on to Depths 2. Go ahead and pop the stars card immediately. This is a tough choice. So Bob's Brain is a very dangerous item. It can sometimes hurt you, but I think I need to take it for the DPS. So, do is just stay away from grenades, just like Fire Lions, I just stay as far away from them as possible. Jawbreaker, which is pretty sure useless with Brimstone. Bob's Brain, you're doing a great job missing literally every time. Actually only costed 1 key, so it's a couple free consumables and a moon card. Just might as well just go ahead and pop. Get a battery, which I'm just gonna pop immediately. That's Lazy Worm, which decreases your shot speed. Really, that's only good with homing. Unless they run homing again. This room could potentially be dangerous. Good thing I left the belt on the last floor. Because that room can sometimes get you slow. Another curse room. Not going to be going in there because I would like to be able to attempt to get this the devil. Now it's a really good thing I got the bell on the last floor. Because that's another useless trinket. And I'm cycled through quite a lot of trinkets by now. The majority of the ones you start out with unlocked. Not really main ways to key there, but really bad damage. This is a very dangerous room because there's multiple of the mini pins plus a ton of the guys that can just jump shit on you from off screen. Nice, one shot. Segmented enemy like Larry will, even with base damage from stone, it's gonna take him down easily. This gigantic beam makes any source of farts that you produce bigger. This person like this. Well, there's my. Oh, my black belt. So now, if I want to be able to get that 100% deal with the devil and not take damage, I'm gonna approach this floor. Or find more swords, or I could just take it now. I'm probably gonna end up taking damage. Yes, and there's a new character, Azazel, who, as I was saying, for new characters, for new players, if Maggie is a pretty good character for new people, Azazel is even better because he's a huge crutch. I'll also be taking that and this. And also unlock Parasite and Guppy's Hairball. And challenge number 8. And there we have Guppy. But of course, only one heart. So the flies will be helping. I mean, again, they are, and they're doing 3.5 damage, but it's fine. And of course we get the double deal anyway because I managed to not take damage. Again, just didn't have a charge on it, right? Didn't. Anyways, here we go. On to the next floor. Okay, so this one is extremely dangerous. Just got Rotten Penny for some reason. Not sure why. Oh, just please, thank you. Stick damage. Basically, good tears up because needed a lot. So the more health, the better. And if I didn't still have base damage, I would just be using the shovel and going immediately to the next area. Like double bloody over, which would normally be kind of dangerous. But since I didn't really mention we got Guppy, which is where all these flies are coming from, because we had first of all 9 lives, then also Guppy's collar and Guppy's tail. I will just be using the shovel to go down to the next level. Of course, I need more damage. What's those? Oh, it still hurts. I really want to just pop the shovel and leave, but I also really want to fight this upcoming boss of this floor. Hopefully I have a drop like stapler or really anything that gives me some sort of damage. I would take literally a 1 damage right now. Just something more than what I have now. So while the tears up is nice, I could survive just as long with the other tears, right? Obviously the flies are going to be carrying a lot. And again, also the flies were really only doing 7 damage. Good Daddy Longlegs, which is a pretty difficult boss. Not moving. His head should be coming down. Right there. Just expecting it, still got hit by it. Okay. Come on. Well, as I said, Daddy Longlegs is a very difficult boss. So I have to try and do it without getting hit once. Why? Just stay. I can scatter bombs. Upgrade up. Well, I didn't really want you to knock away my shots. So the reason Daddy Longlegs is so difficult is because he'll do that. Come on. Yep, just keep on spawning spiders, that's fine. No, don't. No. Come on. And he immediately goes up. No. Why? You have to do that, sir. No. Okay. Four question mark lives left. I have 3 guarantee lives. Maybe she's in this room. Block brain, don't dare blow me up. The thing is, if I couldn't beat Daddy Longlegs with... I just got my little baggie. Couldn't beat Daddy Longlegs with 4 hearts. Don't know if we would beat her with only 1. And I did pick up Dark Bomb, which should technically be able to help me get more health, but you can't really do much when the game doesn't drop any red hearts for me to pick up. More money. It's useless. Not quite sure what even really blew up on me. That's Bob's brain. Or that explosive champion, except I guess my flies were the things that had hit that. This one is most likely. Unless I find some sort of room that has like 1,000,000 red hearts in it for a Dark Bomb, and he actually drops me swords for all of it. This room is horrible. More mom hands. And just drop me red hearts for Dark Bomb. There we go. And of course drops me a hero card. That is technically health. Again. There's more. Get out of this room without damage. Okay. Have this chest drop more red hearts for Dark Bomb. It's not more red hearts. Neither is that. I would have to lose this soul heart to go over there. Red hearts. That's a key game. You know what a red heart is? Speed up, range down. That's highly fine. Red heart. Well. I'm gonna go attempt Daddy Long Legs now, unless I can find secret room. No, it can't be that corner now. Just use this one. I'm gonna go run to the other side of the room, just in case that would have blown up in my face. Go right there. Well, then I'd rather keep these two bombs for the boss fight. She managed to dodge it, and he's down. We take up more HP, which is completely fine. It's a 3 heart. Please report the killing machine, of course, if we have report the killing machine. Red heart's nice with dark bomb. I'm gonna spend my money on this machine and hope for either red hearts or soul hearts or a card that will boost my damage for the upcoming boss fight. Kinda sucks now to only have this. Thank you, shot speed up tiers.
Experimental pill.
It's a horrible examiner though. I mean, at least it was only a minus 0.09. I should that dark bomb pay out again. Another black heart. Question mark card that will
Question
make a
mark.
hole. This mimics whatever your active item is. What's this room? I'm gonna go ahead and pop that just in case it gave me a call space. Could have potentially, but just didn't. What is happening right now? Million yellow spiders everywhere. I mean, if I would have taken soy milk, this one would have been pretty interesting, because this would have been soy milk brimstone, which is looks cool, but it's not that strong. It's just a constant brimstone beam. It's like a wavy inflatable tube man. Red bomb. Well, at least this boss fight is looking decent. I don't know if I'll be able to beat next floors, which there is a guaranteed next floor now because I do have the shovel. That's partially why I took the shovel. The other reason was might as well take it because 9 lives was going to take the health anyway. There's the boss there. Just gonna go ahead and now. It's Mom's heart once again. I'm gonna be a lot closer of a fight than it was last time. That was a horrible fight against that eye laser up there. Hitting me there. Oh, flies. Flies, go. That was some pretty bad damage. Red bomb. well, I accidentally walked out of the deal with devil. It doesn't matter because I have the guaranteed next floor. I am going to attempt to pull through this floor without taking damage, though. In hopes of more red health that I can feed Dark Bomb. Then, of course, I got hit multiple times in that room. So I'm not able to feed Dark Bomb all of that red health. Almost took damage in that room. Remember to be careful on the way back. Useless. The only reason this run is so close, well, first of all, it's no HP ever. I did get a lot of HP, then I played horribly against our High Priestess. I mean, that would help a little bit. Of course, I do, again, only have 2 hearts. This could potentially be good. It's my Electropale HP up, speed down. That is perfectly fine because my speed was high enough. So if another red heart drops, I need to take it for myself. So give me the Dark Bomb. Because that would be a guaranteed health instead of the Dark Bomb sometimes not giving me health. No, hills, another health up. Slacks. Give me the red hearts to kill these so I don't lose a life and go back down to 1. Isn't anything else in here, right? Oh, it's annoying because it's horrible. It's even more. I knew I was gonna take damage in that room. I'm gonna go fly into the person because I can't. Whenever you fly in, you don't take damage, and then hopefully not take damage while I'm in here. So I could just go over here. Another point of that. No, Dark Bomb. I kind of wanted those myself, but it's fine. And then of course, the game gives me all space. So I have to go down to half a heart. So my whole plan was to come in here and use that to create the hole down the next floor. So I didn't have to leave the cursor to take and then take damage again. You go find wherever I put that hole down the next floor. Got Transcendence and Solar System. Cute baby. Mr. Me. Like a sin. Well, at least even if I do lose here, which I most likely will. Literally, if I get hit once, I lose this life and waste 4 heart containers. Risks. Good, not good enough. against that guy when I have this little health. Probably should have High Priestess. Guy, it's fine. Probably ready to run into the middle before Dark Bomb does, so I can take the red heart if it drops. No, full health. That might get me hit. One Lover's card. Dark Bum. And of course he would drop a spider in the one he steals. Stay away from these guys. Stay as far as possible. I'm warm, which would be ridiculous. Doesn't matter. I need help. I'd rather get the health myself and then instead of having you steal it from me. That's nice. Photo. Let's do. Bomb that might give me more pills, which could potentially be good, but at the same time also horrible. Come on, Ghost. Just appear faster. Probably should have given that one out Dark Bomb. It's fine. No bombs for that now. Red Bomb. Bomb again. Please give me a black heart. Of course, you win it. Kind of risk. Okay, I guess that can't even spawn crawl spaces. That's more damage. Duct tape. Does that even matter with anything? We shouldn't go in this big room, I'm going to. So that kills the bosses for me. Of course it wouldn't. It basically did actually. Drop a key. Need that. Now, any more red health unless I take more damage. Should give to Dark. I'm gonna wait for more. Yeah, I'm gonna just come up here, go in a different room. Hermit card is useless right now. No, more red health, please. Please, it's fine. And I've actually full cleared this floor. Great. So I think I'm actually gonna go back for this Empress card. It's because I think the more damage is gonna help me have more than just having a little bit more and being able to stop one phase. This is a very difficult fight, and it'll be even more difficult with these stats. We are against Satan. Pop the Empress card, 2 of 10 damage. Drop the bomb. We did drop too early. eyes are actually going to make this a lot easier. Okay, I actually just realized that since I had Tarot Cloth, it's the item I picked up in that person that I didn't mention, it doubles the effects of cards. And the Empress gives you a damage upgrade, plus speed, but then of course those two upgrades got doubled by Tarot Cloth. So this ended up being really easy, because I got up to 10 damage. So that'll be it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button and subscribe. And if you are subscribed, or if you're going to subscribe, make sure to hit the notification bell so you get notified when I upload a new video. I'll see you guys in the next one.